Hello my dear students, welcome to your science class. In our previous online class, we have finished the discussion of all the question answers of chapter number 12, Air, Water and Weather. And today, we will start a new chapter, that is chapter number 13, The Sun, Moon and Stars, from Unit 6, Natural Phenomena. Yes? Okay, so let's start the class. First, let us know what we will learn from this chapter. We will learn about the sun, the moon, and also about the stars. Right? When do we see the sun? We see the sun during day, and at night we see moon and stars in the sky. Right? Okay. We see the sun shining in the sky during day, and at night we see the moon and lots of stars in the sky. Right? During day we only see the sun shining, and at night we see moon along with lots of stars twinkling in the sky. Right? Now let us know about sun. What is it and why it is important to us? The sun is a big ball of fire. So, it gives us light and heat. It rises in the east and sets in the west. It gives heat and light. Plants use sunlight to make their food, and the sun is surrounded by 8 planets. These planets go around the sun in the fixed path called orbits. A round object that moves around the sun in an orbit is called the planet. Right? So what is sun? It is a big ball of fire which gives us light and heat. Right? And why sun is important to us? Sun is not only important to animals but also important to the plants, as because plants make their food using sunlight. Right? And animals need the sun as because it gives light and heat. Yes? And we have also learned that sun, it is surrounded by 8 planets. Right? There are 8 planets which go around the sun in some fixed path. Right? Those paths are called orbits. Right? And the sun and all the 8 planets together, they form the solar system. Yes? Now let us know what are the 8 planets that go around the sun. The 8 planets are Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus and Neptune. Yes? So the sun, these 8 planets and their moons together form our solar system. Right? Our Earth is the 3rd planet of the solar system on which we live. There is one more point to be learned, that earlier Pluto, okay, it was considered as the 9th planet of our solar system, but later on it was found that it is not included in our solar system. Now Pluto, it is known as dwarf planet. Okay, it is important to be remembered. Now let us see the picture of our solar system. Here it is the sun, right? The first one, it is what? Mercury, then second Venus, third Earth, fourth Mars. Okay, then next Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus and Neptune. Here I want to inform you that in the additional link Okay, there are 3 links are given. You have to watch those videos. Okay, those videos are related to our solar system. Yes. Now, let us move to the next one. Among all these 8 planets, the Earth is the only planet which supports life. Okay, among all the 8 planets, only Earth supports life. Other 7 planets, they do not support life. Planets do not have their own light. They only reflect the sunlight that falls on them, which makes them glow. Okay, stars, they have their own light. Okay, but planets, they don't have their own light, but we can see them shining. How? Is because they reflect the sunlight that falls on them. Yes, and among all the planets, Mercury is the smallest planet of our solar system and Jupiter is the largest one. Okay, Jupiter is the largest planet of our solar system and Mercury is the smallest planet. Right? Next, let us know about the moon. We can see the moon in the sky at night. At times, it is also visible in the day. The moon is a natural satellite of the Earth. A satellite is an object that goes around a planet. Here we have learned a new term, right? Satellite. It is what? It may be natural or artificial. Natural means which is made by nature. Artificial means which is made by man, right? So satellite is an object that goes around a planet. We all know that the moon, it goes around our Earth. So, and it is natural. So, the moon is the natural satellite of the Earth. Yes, and there are many artificial satellites also which are sent to the space by human being. The moon goes around the Earth. It takes around 28 days to complete one revolution around the Earth. Like the Earth, other planets too have natural satellites or moons. So natural satellites, they can be called as what? Moons also. Okay. And the moon of our Earth, it takes around 28 days to complete one round. Okay, which can also be termed as one revolution around our Earth. Yes. The moon is the Earth's closest neighbor in the sky. It does not have its own light, but it glows because sunlight falls on it. So, which is our closest neighbor in the sky? The moon is the closest neighbor in the sky. We can see the moon shining, right, in the night sky, but it doesn't have its own light. It glows because it reflects the sunlight that falls on it. There is no life on the moon as because there is no air and water. Our Earth, okay, in our Earth, life can be found as because Earth has air and water. But on the moon, there is no life as because there is no air and water, right? Pictures of the moon shows that it has mountains and huge holes. Okay, these huge holes found on the surface of the moon are called craters. Here, see in this picture, okay, we can see a big hole, huge hole, right? It is called craters. Yes, the moon appears to change its shape every night. Sometimes we see the full moon, which is also called as Purnima, and sometimes we only see a part of the moon, and on some days we do not see the moon. This is called new moon or Amavasya. The different shapes of the moon that we see are called phases of the moon. Yes. So the moon that we see, it is not same every day. Sometimes we see a full moon, sometimes we see half, right? And sometimes we don't see the moon, right? The different shapes of the moon that we see are called phases of the moon. Here, let us know one more point, that Neil Armstrong was the first man to walk on the moon. Okay, try to remember this name. Okay, Neil Armstrong. Okay, he was the first person to walk on the moon. Now let us see the phases of the moon. Here it is what? New moon, crescent moon, quarter moon, half moon, gibbous moon and full moon. These are the 6 phases here shown here of the moon, right? With this, we are going to conclude today's class. But before that, let us recall what we discussed today. Today, we started a new chapter, chapter number 13, the sun, moon and stars. There we discussed about the sun, the solar system, the moon, the phases of the moon. And in our next class, we will discuss about the stars, and also we will discuss the question answers of this chapter. I'm repeating again that in the additional link part, some links are provided. You are asked to watch those videos. So that's all for today. Thank you everyone.